I'm Augustine Mugisha, and in this meeting with Acme leadership team, I'm going to explain 3 terms. The first one is the exchange rate. The second one, it is the trade barrier. The third one is the resources. So I will talk about how it affects global business and the risk or benefit or the benefit. The first one, when we say exchange rate, is the value of a currency for the objective of conversion to another. For example, when I have $1, I have to know the value of that $1 in the currency of for another country. For example, I can say Indian currency. It is called Indian rupee. For example, $1 in Indian currency equals 11.89 rupees. So I can go like in another country like China's. The China's currency is called yuan. Then $1 equals to 6.92 yuan renminbi. So this is what we call exchange rate. The trade barriers is defined as an important policies reflect in a tariff and other important charges, costs, important licensing, customs, practice, standard settings, labeling, and various types of certification. So this one also is lack of copyright protection. Once again, I can say this one, it is the direct procurement by government. So the third one is what we call resources. Resources is a stock of money, materials, staff, or other assets that can be drawn on any person or organization in order to function effectively. So for example, if I'm running a business, I have to have resources like money. If I have money to use, that is a resource. If I take like $2 million while running a business, for example, I want to build a house, I have to know that I have all resources. For example, I have the money to use from down till I will finish my house. So the amount that I have, it is the resource that I will use to build my house. For example, once again, when I'm after building that house and I provide that all materials to someone who is going to build that house, and if I provide him all materials, these are the resources that will be used to build that house. So this one, the way it affects global business. For example, when I say exchange rate, the exchange rate, the currency of a country, if you have to keep in business, the country have to keep the sustainability of that currency. For example, to see if it cannot, the value can't change, to go down or to have the sustainability. If $1 is like in Rwanda, $1 is 800 Rwandan francs. So to keep that, like to do not go down of 800, that is what we call the sustainability. The way it affects when there is a loss, like the money goes up. So that one, the currency change, the foreign to the dollars, the investor will not trust that country. Trade barriers, this one also can affect, like when there is some testing or labeling or procurement by the government to restrict the ad or to do not have the copyright of protection, that one also will be a challenge in business. For example, lack of copyright protection. When you are doing something and you do not have the copyright, for instance, you can risk to lose, or the government can stop you without continue your business. Resources. You can't run a business without having the resources to use. When before starting a business, you have to make an evaluation to see if all assets to use you have all. Thank you very much.